The Iraqi Marshes, otherwise known as the Mesopotamian Marshlands, used to be the largest wetland ecosystem of Western Eurasia. Today we are going to be spending a full day exploring the marshes by boat and learning about the traditional way of life here with the Marsh Arabs. Sadly, due to the rapidly shrinking size of the marshes, due to both man-made and climate issues, many of the people and animals that used to inhabit this very special geographic area no longer call it home.
Good morning everyone. This morning we are off on a very special adventure. We have just arrived in Chibayesh, which is the gateway to the Iraqi Marshlands and a UNESCO World Heritage Site. We have just arrived here before sunrise, so it's currently about 5 a.m. and we're watching all the fishermen going out on the river. You can see here behind me, which is the Euphrates River, the very famous Euphrates River, and you can see the fishermen going out in their very long wooden boats and using torches, head torches, to catch fish with lines and nets. So you might be wondering why this place is famous. Well, according to the Bible, this area, the Iraqi Marshlands, is actually the home of the Garden of Eden and also the very famous Tree of Knowledge from the Bible. So for any Christians out there, you know, this is a very, very special religious place, and just for anyone interested in history, I guess. It is such a special time to be here. So the sun is just starting to come up. There are fish leaping out of the water behind me. Flags are blowing in the wind. It's super, super peaceful. You can hear birds chirping in the trees. There's a few boats going up and down the river. Pretty special. Our boatman has just arrived. He's going to be sort of our boat guide through the marshes. Yeah, we're going to go down the river at sunrise. It's going to be incredible. Just hopped off the boat. It's super wobbly to get off. Our captain was like 111, and now we're just on what kind of feels like a little island within the marshes. A family lives here, and you can see they actually just sleep outside. There's just a few mattresses and blankets and stuff. There's even a baby still asleep here behind me. I guess we're arriving pretty early in the morning. They're just waking up.
It's nothing prepared for food.
Yeah. Genuine.
Yeah.
So sometimes when you travel, you know, you'll come to places like this, but it's like totally set up for tourism. It's sometimes a bit like kind of fake. But they don't get tourists here. So this is not set up for tourism at all. Even our guide was saying like he's never been anywhere like this. Like he's been to the marshes before, but he hasn't been to like a sort of family homestead like this, where the house behind me is literally made of mud with reeds on top, straw and reeds. And we just saw, like when we got off, the family was just waking up and they all just sleeping on like mats and blankets on the ground on top of straw. So this is absolutely incredible. So they have a boat, and this is their sort of house, I guess. This is where they have been sleeping outside, but they also have a satellite. Flags flying. Oh, I was trying to speak to the kids here. Obviously I don't speak Arabic, but they said they wouldn't understand me anyway, as their kids are deaf. They don't speak, so I'm just trying to communicate them with sign language. I'm like, I love you. We're actually going to set up and have breakfast here. They've put like a nice little mat on the ground and just preparing some food. just an incredible place to have breakfast. We're just sitting around here with the kids. All the local, say hello! With all the local family, and they've made us hot chai, and we're having buffalo's milk, freshly milked buffalo's milk, cheese, thick cream, freshly made bread, and some sort of, I think, fig and date jam.
The other
Cheese
two,
are
one
ready to
is
stir
the
the
Eastern Hammar, which is in Basra, and the fourth one is
They have fresh buffalo milk, like straight from their buffaloes, which they have on this tiny little island. So I've never drank buffalo milk before, so I guess this is a good time to try it.
which is the draining or the drying.
Oh, it's really nice.
رجعت بال 2005 لأنه صارت أهوارنا رجعت وهي مسقط رؤوسنا الشبايش وبعد تدري أنت كل عشيرة وكل أهل وكل هذا لهم لازم تذكرهم شلون هسه أنت بغير دولة من ترجع للعراق.
Okay. He says because the water came back, and I have like memories here, the memory of the tribe. So when I came back with my child, with my kids, with my children, I wanted to revive that heritage.
No, I'm so scared. Okay, we just left our first stop. That was just our first stop here in the marshes, and feels like we've done so much already, and it's only about it's only like 6:30 a.m. Check out this building, like totally made of reeds.
Obviously, this is madif, made from reeds. Every family here, every tribe has its own madif to host guests, to prepare and arrange prayers, meeting people, also other tribe men from other families.
Okay, so just had some coffee, and it was like a really kind of like a really small pour, and then we were just told that the guy just stands there with a pot of coffee, and then if you finish it you can ask for another one, and then he'll pour. So if you're finished, you just shake the glass.
Shake it like this.
Okay.
Yeah, exactly.
Like this.
Exactly.
Wow, that was the second super unique experience of the day. We went into this building behind me, and it's totally made of reeds. Apparently every family or every tribe here in the Iraqi marshlands has one of these buildings, and it's sort of like not really a guest house because people don't sleep there, but they kind of call that like guest room, but it's absolutely huge. It's like super long. It could fit like 30 or 40 people, and you sit in there and you have coffee, and the guy comes to you and he pours you like the tiniest bit of coffee ever, and if you want more, you know, you can just say I want more, and when you're finished you shake your coffee cup like this, and that shows that you're finished. It was like the tiniest bit of coffee. You drink it, you ask for more, you drink it, you ask for more. The guy just stands there with the coffee pot and will just keep pouring as long as you want it. So it's especially apparently important for the men of the family, or the men in the wider family, or maybe even their friends, can go there and relax and chill, prepare prayers, and just drink coffee.
Just noticed that Abu Haider had this tattoo on his arm.
What looked like a tattoo, and it turns out it is actually his name, and he got it done just before he went away to war with the Iraqi army, and he got it done so that if he was to be killed during the war, his family would be able to easily identify his body. Luckily he's still here with us, thank goodness, but yeah, pretty crazy. They just told us this is the last chance to use the toilet before we go deep into the Iraqi marshes. We could be gone out there deep into the marshes for a few hours.
54.
ما شاء الله.
بعدها استوى
ما مبين عليك يا شباب.
تعبان يا الشباب شوفوا حتى الاحجاجات الشعر ابيض.
Hussein, he's telling me, oh, you're young. He said, what young? I am an old man.
لا تريق والله. متريقين عند البحر. لا معزبه. متريقين عند البحر.
Look how close we're going. My God. What the heck? Oh, that's crazy. We were just like going along and like we were going quite fast and you can't really see. It's like you're blind driving and there's this whole load of buffalo in the water. That was crazy.
Twinning out
Twinning! Salam! Hello!
السلام عليكم.
ولا ماي جروح زادن وكثران بويا كثران جروح زادن وكثران ولا ماي على الماء صح وياهم ولا ماي لا هو دم تهل عيني بويا عيني لا هو دم تهل عيني ولا ماي ألوعوك الضلع حدرايا شجية ويا.
So we're gonna have lunch here in Abu Haida's house, which is really cool. He's invited us into his house for lunch. Everyone is taking their shoes off.
هلا وسهلا.
Hello. Okay, so this is the setup for lunch. They laid this sort of pink paper tablecloth on the ground. And they're setting up everything. You've got bread and fish.
So cute.
My first time here, but I breathe. Just I want to say I breathe here.